Well, the big story about the arrest in Columbia, which I learned just a great lesson that night. We were arrested, having marched out of Zion Baptist Church there on Washington Street, and some of us were going to participate in the rally, but we had vowed not to go to jail that day. Well, I was leading a group of high school students, students who were attending a high school that I graduated from, Mather Academy, which was a Methodist school. My mother had gone to that school, and I went there, and my brother John, we all went there. My brother Charles didn't go because he was very much into music, and they didn't have a real good music program, so he never went. John and I went to Mather, but we had a very close relationship. These students came over to march that day. My roommate and I, Clarence, Missouri, who also went to Mather Academy, we had gone over to Columbia from Orangeburg, right, just to, be there and to march. We had no idea these students from our high school were going to be there. And they were excited about marching and excited about going to jail.
What were you marching for that day?
We were challenging these segregation laws in Columbia.
Public accommodations?
Public accommodations. Okay. It was all about public accommodations, all about riding the back of the bus. Remember, all this is before Rosa Parks, before Sarah Fleming. Okay. So these things were earlier. Well, on that day, we ended up going to jail because these students, when we were told to turn around, though they had promised us they would turn around, when they got out there, hell no, we ain't going back. So we ended up in jail.
Where'd you go? They said they stopped at the bus, what did they do?
State House.
They just went to State House and stayed there?
No, we went to the State House, and we were arrested on the State House grounds. Okay. They marched us to jail. No, we didn't get on the bus. The jail wasn't too far from there, 6, 7 blocks. Okay. So we all marched to jail, and way over in the night, that night, we were sitting there waiting to be bailed out. One of those high school students, there was such a brave soul during the day, 2 o'clock in the morning, we're still in jail. He's not worried about whether we're going to get out. And he came over to me. He said, Clyburn, I thought we were going to get out of jail. I said, yeah, we're going to get out. He said, when? I said, well, as soon as Reverend Newman raises the bail money, he'll bail us out. So he walked away. Came back a little later, and he said to me, he says, who did you say was out raising the bail money? I said, Reverend Newman. He said, well, is he that little man with the goatee? I said, yes. He said, he was back over in that corner over there. I didn't know, but Newman was in jail too. Taught me a lesson. It was 3 days before we got out of jail. 3 days. And now what I learned that day was that all of us have roles to play. Reverend Newman's role was to get us bailed out of jail. And when you get your roles confused, then things don't go well. He had no business in jail with us. He should have been out there raising that bail money. And so I learned a lesson that day to play your role don't worry about anybody else's, but if we all play our roles real well, then this thing can succeed. But if we start getting in each other's way, I think about that very often because I really think that it's a tremendous example of role confusion.